Mikal Bridges has been traded from the Brooklyn Nets to the New York Knicks in exchange for Bojan Bogdanovic, 4 unprotected first-round picks, 1 protected first-round pick, 1 unprotected pick swap, and 1 second-round pick. So that's right, it's a huge package, a huge haul for Mikal Bridges, who, if you don't know, this means that he'll be teaming up with some of his former teammates when he played for Villanova, right? And there's a lot of people, a lot of even Kyle Lowry, he's another player that's well known for playing for Villanova, and Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges, they all played together. From at least what I know, maybe one or two or one of them, maybe they didn't play at the same time, but yeah, they'll play it around the same time at least. And then most of them did play together though. And yeah, this is what they're friends anyways. And this team, the team that the Knicks are building, is pretty much just out of friendship. And I guess they're thinking these players are already good anyways, and on top of the friends, so let's just try to get this going, man, because they already they already have that chemistry, that connection. So it should, in theory, work better, I guess. And the players are already good, like I said, so that's another thing. Build on top of it. But for the Knicks, obviously they get Mikal Bridges, an elite 3-and-D, right? And and in Brooklyn, when he got traded to Brooklyn from the Suns, he was pretty much like their number one option. And at that last half of the season, he proved to be pretty good. And then this past season, we saw, oh, when teams are focusing on him and zeroing in on him as the number one option, it doesn't go the best, right? He's like a bit like around 20 points, a little bit, give or take. But yeah, you don't want to be your number one. And I guess the Nets thought originally they had him, but then they realized, nah, and then this one, a good deal for him pretty much. And they finally got one. They had other deals, I think, from teams offering multiple first round picks, but I like the Rockets, I think, but they didn't take that. And yeah, obviously makes sense because the Knicks already gave them everything, more than just unprotected first round picks. Four of those, and then 1 protected first round pick, which I think is the Milwaukee one, and then another unprotected, and then yeah, an unprotected pick swap, and then a second round pick too, which is huge. So yeah, the Nets got a whole bunch in return, and some of this is from what they used to have actually. And then for Mikal Bridges, oh yeah, the Nets also obviously rebuilding, and then they're taking the contract, they're absorbing the contract, the salary dump of Bojan Bogdanovic as well, because I'm pretty sure he's free agent after, what's it, next year? I forget honestly. I might be wrong. Let me know. I might be wrong, but yeah, pretty much a salary dump there, and then yeah, but they get a whole bunch of picks and draft capital they can use in their rebuild now, or to get better players if they want, to expedite that process. And on top of that, Mikal Bridges has 2 years left on his contract, which is gonna factor in there because then he's gonna ask for you more money, right? So starting 2024-2025 season, he'll be making 23.3 million, and the season after that 24.9 million, and he's eligible to sign a 2-year extension October 1st, so this October 1st, and that'll have him at around 4 years, I guess, if you include that first year. And then he can extend for an additional 3 years, 113 million in 6 months, which is probably what he'll do. He'll just wait it out till then. And New York will now be hard capped at the first apron. That's why I assumed. And then on top of that, they're gonna re-sign OG, and then they're gonna be definitely in the second apron, right? There's no way they aren't. And then they're gonna be heavily restricted. So they're going all in on this core, and yeah, as expected, this team's gonna be very top heavy just because of restrictions. The CV restrictions in the second apron. So they're going all in on this, I guess friendship, and just these players playing well together. And it's just, it's hard for me to think about it, but it's like so much, man. I'm like, how are the Knicks making this work financially, like money wise? So I guess it works, but just barely. And then yeah, also just fun fact, this is the first trade between the Knicks and the Nets since 1983, and that's very interesting just because they're within the same city. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then just like another side note, we won't go over this too much, but there was another deal between the Nets and the Rockets, where the Rockets returned the Nets 2026 first round pick for a 2027 Phoenix first round pick, which I recall, if I'm not mistaken, that's from the deal, just the Mikal Bridges deal. So that's what they did. And then the Rockets also required 2025 right to swap Houston/OKC for the 2025 Suns first round pick. And then yeah, so more in deal, Houston acquires 2029 more favorable Dallas and Phoenix first round pick, and acquires rights to swap Houston first round pick for less favorable Dallas first and Phoenix first per sources. And then yeah, to sum up, Brooklyn Nets are trading 2025 Suns pick swap, 2027 Suns first rounder, and a first rounder and swap in 2029 to the Houston Rockets for their own 2025 pick swap and 2026 first round from the James Harden trade. So long story short, the Nets just got back, at least from my understanding, they got back their own pick. Yeah, so they're trading, the Suns pick they got from the Durant deal, and then 2027 Suns first rounder and a first rounder and swap in 2029 to the Houston Rockets for their own. Yeah, they're in their own pick back and from the Harden deal, so they're like intersecting. It's kind of weird. There's a lot going on here. But yeah, just so you know, long story short, just from these two deals today, the Nets, just from today, they have a whole bunch of more picks, like over like I think between 13 and 16. And another interesting fact is, man, how did how's it all come along? Like, why? Like, did Mikal Bridges want to leave, man? Because he was kind of, I don't know, like, not adamant, but kind of made it seem like he wasn't gonna leave. He was chilling there. And I remember like, I don't know who it was. It was either Josh Hart or Jalen Brunson or someone on the Knicks. And they were kind of like teasing him, saying, "Man, you should join us," and stuff of that nature. And then Mikal, didn't really, I don't know, say much, obviously, because he's under contract, with the Nets. But apparently, Mikal Bridges asked the Nets front office to trade him to the Knicks. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Did he really do that? Does Mikal Bridges have enough power to do that? Because he was technically the Nets' best player, technically their number one option. So I don't know. I guess the Nets. I don't really know. The Nets, and they still got what they wanted because the Nets knew that the Knicks had interest in him, and they're trying to build their pretty much their super team essentially. So I don't know if I believe this or not because the Nets still got what they wanted. So I don't know. Maybe they just knew that New York was desperate no matter what. They had the leverage, I guess, in a sense, because Mikal Bridges still under contract for 2 years, and they realized that if he became a free agent, the Knicks didn't really have a chance at signing him. The only way they could get him was through trade. So that was probably why. And then yeah, there's just some implications of the Rockets landing the Suns picks. Uh, Houston wants to trade for Kevin Durant, and that becomes far easier if they can return the Suns picks that they gave up in the Durant deal to the Nets. Suns have said they're keeping Durant for now, but that could change next season. But now Houston has the picks to make the Suns whole again. So long story short, the reason why the Suns did that deal with the Nets to get the Suns picks were because they want to use the Suns picks in a deal to get Durant and entice the Suns to take their deal for Durant so that they can have their own picks back again from the deal with the Nets. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's interconnecting. But then we also found out like later on that as intrigued the Rockets have been about Durant, they're determined to use the Suns picks to be aggressive on deals somewhere or elsewhere now. Because the Suns pretty much told them, yeah, we're not interested, we're not dealing Durant, we're going to run it back. And Phoenix has made it clear that they want to run it back with this group, and Houston's seeking a major upgrade now. So Houston, they're going to be very active. Potentially, you could see a deal go down today on draft night. So who knows? They could get someone else. I don't know who, but it'll be interesting to see. And then, like I said, yeah, everyone they're reuniting the Villanova squad pretty much, and it's just cool to see friends playing together. And then, yeah, most importantly, the deal between the Nets and the Rockets. Houston relinquishes the rights to swap a Houston/OKC first round pick for Brooklyn's 2025 first round pick. The Nets control their own picks as they go into a full rebuild, especially important in the talented 2025 draft. And if I remember correctly, that's the one with Cooper Flag. So who knows? He might be in it. I don't know, honestly. But yeah, the whole point of this deal was that the Nets could, pretty much control their own future, their own rebuild by getting their picks back as well that they trade away in was it the Harden deal? Yeah, it's a lot to remember, man. There's a lot going on. These trades, these old trades coming with the new ones, and then because of this, because the Knicks are capped out in terms of salary and also repaying OG, they're gonna be top heavy, like I said. And with that comes having to let go. People are gonna be potential free agents and stuff of that nature. You can't resign everyone you want, and that one person who was the writing was already on the wall for him, but Isaiah Hartenstein. It's become increasingly unlikely that the Knicks will be able to retain him because of money reasons. Long story short, and also the Knicks trade for Mikal Bridges does not change their hope to resign OG Anunoby. So yeah, this isn't the thing where the Knicks did just because they thought they're going to lose out on OG. No, they're destined, they're determined to resign him, and I'm betting on that as well that they retain him. They're just gonna give him whatever he wants, to be honest, which is like a ton, maybe from like 35 to 45 million, which is crazy, but that's what you gotta do, man. That's why the Raptors trade him because they didn't want to pay him that much. So you kind of got swallow that pill. But the team's gonna be nice, and on top of that, yeah, they, um, yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Mikal Bridges, he wasn't like some insurance policy. I think the Knicks know they're gonna be able to resign him, resign OG, sorry, and then yeah, they're just gonna they want them to play together, right? It's not like they're trying to replace OG. They want OG back as well, so this team's gonna be nice. So yeah, with Isaiah Hartenstein going out, and assuming the Knicks resign OG Anunoby, which they most likely will, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and then Randall. We don't, Randall could happen. Something. He could get. Yeah, you know what I mean. He could be gone, and then Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, McBride, and Mitchell Robinson. The team's looking nice, man. Do you think they're a championship team? I don't know. Still on the fence, but their team's looking very nice. Like I saw someone say it's a superstar team of role players, which is kind of funny because there's some merit to that. Yeah, but the Brooklyn Nets overall return for Kevin Durant is this. Just in one day, they literally changed it because before people were kind of like, wishy-washy on it. Now people are like, damn, this is crazy. So Cam Johnson, 8 unprotected first-round picks, 1 protected first-round pick, a 2028 first-round pick swap, 2028 unprotected pick swap, and 3 second-round picks. So think about it now. It's absolutely insane what they got in return, and there's all just changed like a day, not even. And then also going back, linking this back to Kevin Durant, him being traded to the Houston Rockets is zero chance of happening because I guess Durant, he wants to stay still. Obviously, that's the main thing. And also the Suns, they're determined to run it back with their core group because they believe they have a chance at winning. And then also the Knicks are still determined to keep OG Anunoby, which I talked about this earlier. And then Isaiah Hartenstein situation now. But yeah, the Knicks are loading up on wings, right? So Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, just to name a few, to match up the NBA championship and NBA championship, winners, the Boston Celtics. Everyone knows in the East, if you want to win the championship, you got to go through the Boston Celtics, right? That's gonna happen. So the Knicks are just trying to get really good wings, right? Especially 3-and-D ones, so that they can stop, the Celtics, but especially Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, right? Those are the main 2 guys. So that makes sense with me, but obviously it's a steep price to do, build a team like that to, defeat the Celtics. And then just more stuff about the Rockets possessing pick swap with the Suns in 2025 and things of that nature. But yeah, the thing is, also they most likely won't get Durant, obviously. But in case the team ever does break up the Suns, they're also in prime position to pursue um, a younger Devin Booker, right? Because Devin Booker's way younger than Durant. So if the team breaks up, he'll still be relatively young. And then what's it called? The Rockets can use those picks of the Suns to entice the Suns to get Booker. If the team ever falls apart of that nature. For now, Phoenix is trying to win, of course. And then still, the Knicks still own their draft picks from this year. This draft that's tomorrow for the first round pick or the first round draft, which are the 24th pick and 25th pick. So who knows? More deals could be coming from the Knicks. Who knows? And then, like I said earlier, the Nets, um, they have a whole bunch of picks now. Yeah. Also, it was kind of insane that the Knicks didn't even have to give up their picks this year. Honestly, I found that kind of surprising. Obviously, they had to give up a whole bunch of other picks, but still, they still retain their picks for this year's draft. And then also, Brooklyn Nets, like I said earlier, they have a whole bunch of picks. They have 13 first round picks between 2025 and 2029, and 16 between 2025 and 2031. And then lastly, to end this all off, man, this has been a long video, but long story short, another Villanova legend, man. When I think of Villanova, this is who I think of because I'm a Raptors fan. If you know what I'm getting at, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Kyle Lowry. These Wildcat connections run deep. Kyle Lowry has been mentioned by NBA figures as a target for New York free agency. And they probably signed him to the vet minimum because that's the deal he's been taking, because he wants to be on a contender win championship. And that's the way it works now, right? Because they can't really, in the buyout market stuff, you sign people for those deals, but also trying to ring chase or just, not even care about the money. You sign for the minimum so you get the team the best shot. Because most teams that are trying to win championships, they're already capped out money, so all they can do is sign minimums anyways. And Kyle Lowry did that with the Sixers, so we're gonna probably see him, or not probably. If he does sign the Knicks, it will be on that. It'll be cool. Even more Villanova. The Knicks are all about it, man. All about the Villanova connection and just the friendship connection in general. So let me know what you think down below about who won the trade. I'm honestly indifferent about it. The Knicks are looking stacked. What else? And the Nets, huge winners in this. Huge winners. The Nets probably are bigger winners in this because there's still risk of the Knicks not winning a championship. So that's what I think. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.